Everything is so dark. So dark. It's the first time in the history of history that I hop on to my live stream on time. Hopefully the internet will, be cooperative tonight. That's at least all I can hope. Let's see. Let me turn the camera down just a little bit so you all can see me. Doobie doobie doo. Mm, yeah, yeah. Hello, everyone. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Please let me know where you are checking in from. Let me know. Let me know. Have a delightful evening slash morning for me of reactions and all that good stuff. Gosh, hi, hello, hi. Oh, so many. All right, here we go. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Tay. It's 8 now. Hi, Camille. Well, for me, it's 5 a.m. Anticipation. Hello, Kaylee or Kali. Kaylee. It's Kaylee. It's not Kali. You're not like cauliflower. Uh, hello, Camille. Hi, Regina. Hello, Alexis. Hello, Sarah. I'm not late. I'm too early. Hi, Yuri. Hello, H. Don. Round two, let's get it. Yes, Trishy. Hopefully, this goes far smoother than the last. Hi, Ashley. It's nice to see you. Hello, sweet Alexa. Florida's in the house. Detroit's in the house. Charlotte, North Carolina, and Philly is in the house. Hey, Asia. Miss Cates is from Charlotte. Hey, Ashley. Hey, everyone. Hello, inappropriate K-pop mom. Checking in at work. Oh, Lord. Hey, Sarah. Fudge cake. Hello. It's 11 for you all. Okay. Canada's here. Hello, Patience Foster. It's 11:02 there. Hi, Ashley. Hello, Gauntlet Runner. Hey, Ashley, it's Skullbana from Twitter, up at 11 p.m. in CT. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, checking in from San Antonio. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Queen K-pop. Hello, Eyes of Love. We got Florida. It's 9:04 p.m. where I am. That's what's up. Well, it is a bristly 5:03 a.m. So, unlike last time when I tried to stream and I was working off of a handful of hours of sleep, excuse me, I have gotten a full 8 hours of sleep, so I'm prepared. I did not do my podcast yesterday. I'm like, I don't have anything new to share with y'all. I really got to get better about scripting my stuff, but I don't broadcast on the weekends anyway. So I didn't have anything creepy to share for Friday the 13th. None of that. Let's see. Hey, Autumn. Hello, Maggie. All right. So, as you all know, for those of you who are regulars, we always chit chat the first hour, and then the second hour we do our live MV reactions. What is the sleep you speak of? Hello, Soul Dance to Music. So far for tonight, I have Got Seven UR newest W's video. Hoffelt, she has a video that's out. That's Yinny from Wonder Girls. For those of you who don't know. Day six, When You Love, because I missed it. It came out earlier this month and I missed it to hold on to it for this. SF9, O Sole Mio. Wecky Mecky, I haven't heard anything from them, so I don't like your girlfriend. Priston, We Like, and all I know is We Like, do. So that's bound to be stuck in my head. I have Marmello Puppet that came out quite a stretch back, and Luna, they had a release for another member, so I want to check that out. Um, there were some suggestions during my marathon, so I might be able to squeeze those in too. Let's see. I forgot it was Friday the 13th. Oops. Did you see the new Fenty Galaxy collection? I most certainly did. I surely did. Hello, Black Chivalrous Nerd. Peace and blessings to you as well. Hello, it's Hope Christian. Oh my God, I haven't seen a lot of those. Yeah, I haven't seen them either since I'm saving them for this. How is, oh, here we go. The internet is already doing stuff. This is so bogus. Well, I can't tell my sister you said hi, Toby, because I'm here in Germany and she's in America. Oh, here we go again with this. With the Wi-Fi. There we go. Have you seen 17 performance? Thank you. I haven't seen any of 17's videos. 17 lines. There we go. That's one of the ones I was missing. We also will have the live stream about them tomorrow. Great moments in production and delivery. But if the internet is acting like this, I might withhold it until the last week of the month, just because I can't stand interruptions. It agitates me half to death so deeply. Let's talk about this show blurring out TLP on Big Bang merch in their shows. Put me up on the T, Yuri. What is going on? How's life for you? Fairly simple, similar to what it was in America. You know about JYP Entertainment. What's up with these new guys, Stray Kids? It's just a competitive TV show. I watched their Elevator video already. Um, it's just gonna be yet another survival show because Korea eats that shit up, watching people bust butt to be a part of a group only to be humiliated and not added to one. So, have you checked out Bermuda? Yes, I checked out their video when they debuted. They shot the performance team in V in Brooklyn, like 5 minute walk from where my apartment was last year. That's what's up, Maggie. I'm so excited for the GMPD with 17. I'm excited too, but if this internet be doing crap, then I'm gonna have to wait until I'm in better internet. Um, so and that's the wrong revelation, infamous Jesse. But let's go ahead and fix you right now. You must be new to popping into my stuff. We go ahead and remove folks real quick around here. Do. I wonder why people feel compelled to come into my chats and like bother me. I don't understand. I guess it's fun for them. But if you really don't have too much going on in your world, then then there's not too much you can really do with yourself. There we go. All right. So wasn't aware that they are blurring out Choi Sung Hyun. If you don't know his legit name, that is that's Top from Big Bang. Had no idea that they were doing that, but perhaps it's just an appropriate way for them to try to blur out the memory of people when nobody seems to be doing anything about the little heifer who had the most to say. I don't know. By the way, I want to thank you and Jess for the video you guys did on anxiety. It means a lot. Well, thank you very much. She was very, very proud of that. Is very proud of that. That was a concept she wanted to do for a while, and since we both uh, experience it, me more so with PTSD. Um, we both had uh, bouts with depression and things growing up and things of that sort. So it was very important. And she's not done. There are other videos that she will be putting in that short film genre. Yep, they shot it in my hometown when I was in Detroit, FML. That's crazy that they did in Detroit. That's like the second video I know of that was done in Detroit. What is your favorite part of your vacay away so far? Well, I just being out of America. That in itself is very pleasurable. I've not done anything very touristy. I'm not the tourist type. When I go places, I try to assimilate very quickly because that keeps you from getting jacked and robbed and looking like you want something to happen to you. So that's been the biggest part. Um, been the best part. And then Jessica is fairly central to everything is in Nuremberg. Nuremberg is not very big, so I've been around the whole city several times already and can navigate it fairly well on my own. Thoughts on Girls' Generation. When one member left several years ago, she had already alluded to the fact that the group intended on getting to a certain level and then dismantling in parts. So it didn't come as a shock to me. If anything, I'm just glad that the girls are in a space where they can move on. What does, hold on, let me plug my laptop in. 1 second. Okay, now one thing that is unfortunate is TTS won't be the same because one of the members left. But I'm basically waiting for one of them to announce that they're getting married. I don't believe anybody's pregnant. I just think that the young ladies are young women. They're not even young women at this point. Some of them are kind of close in age to me. So they're just ready to move on with their life. Nothing wrong with that. And their legacy cannot be changed whatsoever. The contributions they made are the contributions they made. Nothing will ever get rid of that. I never saw them as 9. I saw them as 8. I've also seen TTS. So I do hate the fact that I won't have that experience, but I'm proud of them for doing what's best for them. Oh, that sounds sad. Must be depressing. The elimination shows stray kids. I mean, I guess that's depressing. But when people sign up for these competitive shows, they know it's a probability of them not making it. So that comes with the territory. I forgot she at the Love BTS party. Yep, she is. Toby, she's doing great. Her fans are happy to see her too. Why do people like watching other people get their hopes and dreams crushed? Because we are competitive by nature. You have to actually learn. You learn the trait of being grossly sympathetic and empathetic. There's a natural inclination in all of us to compete. Now, whether or not you step up to that, that's a different thing. Some of us who feel that we aren't very competitive are competitive in other areas. We wouldn't want to exploit someone in this, but we'll turn around and do it elsewhere. So like we're naturally competitive. It is in our genetics. We cannot help it. So that's why. And it's not as rough as I described it, but I mean, if you've watched American Idol or America's Got Talent or Britain's Got Talent or whatnot, it's the same concept. So those people are competing and getting their hopes and dreams up only to get crushed if they don't win. So it's no different. Shocker. That trainee girl needs a reality check. That trainee girl need a foot in her mouth. Anywho, it was a new show called May I Sleep Over, and they were showing the inside of this girl's room, and she had Big Bang merch, and they blurred top out. Oh, okay, well, that might be his management who has asked that as well, or the management of the show. But I don't see that being that big of an issue. Like that's the same as when people have on certain brands that the company who's filming the show doesn't endorse. They don't want to make it appear they endorse it. So they might not be trying to, they might be walking the same path and not trying to appear that they endorse him being reacclimated to society. Whatever the case may be, the man is exceptionally rich, hopefully no longer considering killing himself because there's no denying that's what he tried to do. Um, Obviously, on a legal side, we can only say speculatively, but that's what it was. So if he can't excel and succeed in his home country, there are opportunities for him in other countries. It would be heart wrenching, but that's neither here nor there. Top still has a very, very long path to walk before we'll see and or hear from him again. I really hope all the members make it because I'm already attached to them. You probably shouldn't do that, Tay. It's only gonna hurt you. That's why I don't. After uh, Winner and Icon did their very first competition show, I've not watched any since. I can't deal with it. I tried to watch 16, and then when they got rid of Momo, I was disturbed and distraught. And I'm like, I ain't cut out for this at all. I mean, Momo came back anyway, of course, to be a part of Twice. She's the only person who was eliminated who was brought back. But yeah, please don't, because it's just gonna have you butt booty busted up. No, they shot 17's video in my hometown, Brooklyn, when I was in Detroit. Oh, okay. I understand now. If K-pop idols had black moms, that was everything. Well, thank you. So, see, Jessica does a lot of collaborative stuff and has a lot of skits and things in her head that involve others. I don't collab half as much as when I was first on YouTube. In fact, collaborations are much more few and far between for me. Um, but those of you who were keeping up with me on Twitter and stuff before coming out here, I told y'all she was gonna force me into a whole bunch of shit. So, yay! Now you get to see other facets of me. Yuri, does this show happen to be on NBC? If I would have went back 2 days earlier, I could have seen it. You possibly could have seen it, and then even still, you would have been seeing it from a distance. So perhaps it's a perk that you missed it. You never know. Imagine the frustration of being in the area and then not being able to walk over there and actually see the guys. Even though New York is not that much of a pain about stuff, but that would be even more upsetting. Okay, so the show was on KBS. I got my mother to watch BTS, and she said they're too pretty to be boys. She liked the music, though. Yay for that. That's why I never got into any of those shows growing up. I just joined. Hey, I love you. Hello, Janae. Thank you. Hey, Sissy May. Thank you for the $2 contribution. My super chat, girl. Thank you so much. It also has to do with publicity for the group. I mean, if you look at how popular IO 101 was, it's because of the publicity they got from the show and with the fans voting. Touche. I feel like they should have never broke up. Doggone it. Hey, I'm about to go to bed now. I'm sorry to leave so early. It's all right, sweet Alexa. It's not like it's not recorded. So good that you jumped in. Get some rest. Plus, Todd might just go back to his acting career. I preference that he does if he can't get back in the Big Bang. I don't want him to have all facets of his creativity stifled. Momo was originally eliminated. Wow, I never knew that. Oh yeah, Momo is my boo. So she was, but booty busted. The last elimination show I watched was Pentagon Maker, and I cried way too much, even though they ended up all making it. So I'm done with them now. Yeah, like I can't do it. If a males in Korea refuse to go into the military, don't they get kicked out of the country? Not necessarily kicked out. You just get hardcore ostracized. You can spend some time in jail. You don't really have a choice. You have to go unless you have some dire excuse, some proven, substantiated excuse that you can't. You got to go. It's no getting around it. That's like in some parts of the Middle East, in Israel. This might be a reach, so please Google, check me on this. But I do know there are some countries where both the men and the women have no choice; they have to serve. And in essence, a fully militarized society is a very interesting thing. Everybody knows how to defend themselves and things of that sort. It's a very far stretch for those of us who are Westerners. We know that there is the draft in the past, which who knows, it unfortunately could come back. But we know that serving the military is a voluntary life choice. So it just depends on where the country is. Let's just join. What did I miss? Nothing. We just chat the first hour. That's all, little dreamer. By the way, how are you liking German? I really, I don't. This was not a country I planned on visiting, but my sister lives here, so it's like stupid not to come. It's taken me a while to get here. She's been here a long time. It took me a long time, financially and professionally, get out here. Um, since it wasn't on a list of places I really wanted to visit, I don't have a negative or a positive opinion about it. It's just a country. So I'm grateful to be here. In no shape, form, or fashion do I want it to come off that I am ungrateful for the experience. There's plenty of people who can't even get out of their own city. So this is very, very big that I have the experience to be here. But I'm also here on a very, very, very strict budget so that I can go and experience other countries as well. So it makes it a little limiting. I will go to Berlin this weekend. I will be there Sunday and Monday. So that'll be an experience as well. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's just Germany. It's just colder weather, and yeah, like I don't know how to really surmise it without it sounding like I'm ungrateful, and I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not. Hello, just joining. Hello, Art. Hey, do you have to have good internet to stream? You have to have internet that's not going to cut out on you, because as soon as it does, it agitates your viewers and it pisses you off too, which in turn makes the experience bad for your viewers. Did you check out my cousin channel, Sue Girl Gaming? I believe I did, but I don't often follow other YouTube channels. So if I checked it, I'm a lurker. Like, I go around on other people's YouTube channels and watch their stuff for years and don't subscribe. So yeah, I believe I did check out her channel. Hello, Desiree. Israel is required for both men and women. Okay, thank you for double checking it. I didn't want to be wrong. Yeah, Gal Gadot served in the military in her country before she became Wonder Woman. Well, she was doing other stuff before that as well, but that's her biggest role, obviously her most iconic. Yes, I know what you mean. My sister-in-law. Oh, here's the internet doing the thing again. I hate this internet so much, and I miss my American internet. My sister-in-law and her wife just got stationed in Seoul for a second time. My hubby and I got to make a trip. That's cool, Tiffany. Good luck to you all. Oh, I was about to ask if you'll visit any neighboring countries too. Well, I've already been to Prague. I went to Berlin. I will be visiting Istanbul, but all of these are very short trips. They're very quick and straight to the point. I hate this internet so deeply. I cannot afford to have it act like this during my great moments of production and delivery. This is so infuriating for me. Country hopping. Yes. Yeah. Hi, I made it. Sorry, I'm late. It's okay. Loving the chat. Have to dip out, but we'll be watching later. Have fun in Berlin. Thank you, Maddie. Which trainee girls needs a foot in her mouth? What happened? Anything associated with top rainy YouTuber. Glad to hear someone else is a lurker. Yeah, I'm a huge lurker. Like I, hmm, I subscribe to some channels. There's no denying that. I subscribe to some, but I usually subscribe to people who I know on a personal basis because I know how much that is to their bottom line. Um, but I remember my favorite channels and things of that sort. It's not like I pay attention to subscription alerts. I don't get notifications for whatever reason, even though I have notifications for some channels. So I don't know. It's a really ridiculous thing. As a YouTube content creator, I know how important it is to have subscribers, and then I'll turn around and not subscribe to someone's channel. But also, with me being the YouTuber with the larger number, I'm still not considered a large channel, but a larger number. Some people lose their shit when they see I'm subscribed to their stuff and make a really big deal out of it. And then that puts you in a position of having fans like, well, I do stuff. Why aren't you following me? Why haven't you do that? And it puts you in a very particular spot where if a fan feels like you're not honoring their interaction with you, they can turn around and make that a negative about you. So you have to be very selective about who and what you follow. That's the best way to surmise it. Still, you got the global track. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm extremely grateful for the passport stamps that I'm racking up. It's been a lifelong dream of mine. Any tips on traveling abroad for the first time? Rachel, if you are a person who likes to travel with others, consider Contiki or other organized travel groups. It helps cut down your expenses. If you're a solo person like myself, I really do my best to travel with as few people as possible. Last year when I went to Korea, I went with two of my really good friends, and we don't have odd interactions or anything of that sort. So that was good. But I do love to travel by myself. Um, Make sure that you have access to a secured card. Convert your monies when you get to the country, not before, preferably at an ATM. The fees will be really, really high, but you won't have to pay the fee for, excuse me, an international withdrawal as well as a conversion rate fee as you would if you went to an exchange. Um, Research how people look, dress, and act so that you don't stick out like a sore thumb. Here in Nuremberg, it's very easy to identify who the Americans are, the military people, because they don't wear jackets. Their clothes look really, really new and fresh and starched and shit because they're on a military base. They're used to ironing and pressing their clothes and whatnot. So they stick out like a sore thumb. So if you're somebody who lives here and you're looking to harass an American, possibly rob them of their American money or get them to spend their American money on you, they're an easy target. Whereas I've been here a whole month and I look like I'm here. I get so many people who flat out speak German to me, and then I'm like, no, 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 no. And they're like, oh, okay, you speak English. So you want to assimilate as best as you can, as best as you can. And be very selective about where you search your flights, your lodging, and things. I haven't stayed in a hotel since, I haven't stayed in a hotel in almost 10 years. I stay in hostels. I stay with friends and family. I couch surf. I do whatever I can to cut my expense because my desire is to eat. I love to eat all the food. And I've not done a lot of filming while I've been out here, but to be able to go and experience the food and things of that sort is very important to me. So I put the majority of my money off to the side for that. There's a whole bunch of other things I could say. I don't feel like it's necessary for me to blog about it. There are a whole bunch of blogs out there about travel. But next week, because I'll be going from this country to another one, once I get settled there, then I'll do a recap video, a pre-recorded video of me explaining some key things that you might want to consider when you travel to Nuremberg, because now I know. Hey, Ashley, how are you and how is Jesse? Hi, Brianna. I'm fine. I assume my sister is fine. I spoke to her before I did this. It's weird. She lives here in Germany and I live in America, but right now she's in America and I'm here in Germany. I want to go to Africa from people who have been there. They said it's really beautiful and it's not how the media shows it. Of course it isn't. Eyes of the Tiger, they're going to show the shit that makes you feel like it's absolutely full-time 365 dangerous and whatnot, especially if you live in America. They're going to do all they can to make it seem stereotypical. But no, there's a multitude of beautiful countries there and a multitude of beautiful people, and it's not all stereotypical. So I strongly encourage you to go. I have a tendency to want to go to places that unfortunately are currently dangerous. Like I've always wanted to go to Egypt, and that's not a all around safe place to get into right now. So I have to wait. But I definitely desire to go there at some point. Would you be offended if I asked your age? No, I'm 32. I always say my age. Jessica doesn't say her age on her channel. So she gets offended. I don't. I couldn't care less. Hi, I actually got a notification about this. Yay! I've been to London and Paris when I was 18 and would love to go to the country again, out to the country again. I was in London for 3 hours. And that was enough for me. I was very blown away by how thick some of the dialects are for the accent. Some people I just could not understand, which is hilarious because they're speaking English. So it serves people right when you think you have it all figured out. You just know everybody over there speaks a certain way, and you anticipate it to sound a certain way, and then you turn around and you speak to someone who totally doesn't sound like anything you've heard on TV. It's good for you. It's good for you to know that everyone doesn't speak the way that you think they do. And it blew me away to hear the differences in the dialect. Sometimes you don't really know a person until you spend a weekend living with them. My friends and I learned that from going to so many conventions. Yeah, that's true. You definitely don't know until you live with someone. Hey, Dong Sang. Just got home from NYC BTS event. Yay, sissy baby. I'm so glad that you were able to go. I hope you enjoyed it. I heard it was 900 people there. That's incredible. I also love to eat all the food. Food is great, especially donuts. I love donuts. You just told me 3 or 4 things and never knew about international travel in like 5 minutes. Yeah, and it's not even just for international travel, it's also for domestic travel. Pay attention to how people look, and you'll have a more enjoyable time when you don't look like a tourist. There's an expectation for tourists that, oh, okay, you don't know anything, so you're going to spend a whole bunch of money. I ain't got a whole bunch of money to spend. I'm here for the cultural experience. I don't like going to places where tourists are. When we went to Prague and we were smack dab in the middle of tourist groups, it makes me feel very uncomfortable because you're targeted. So I like to scurry off the path and spend time walking around by myself. I still take pictures and stuff, but it's a big difference between leaning somewhere and taking a picture like this versus having my big ass DSLR out and I'm running around like, ooh, ooh, ooh. You're obviously not from around here. Hi, Ashley. Hi, everyone. Hey, Taquan. Always be proud of your age. Stupid people don't live long. Yeah, that is true, but I got some sensitivity to that line. I know what you mean by it, but I got some sensitivity to that line. I've had some very near and dear people pass much earlier than anticipated. And it had nothing to do with them living on the edge, unfortunately. I went to Uganda. It's beautiful. And I went to Israel last year. I deeply, to the point of it literally just choking me up in my throat. I have to go to Jerusalem at some point. Um, One of my greatest spiritual desires is to make it to the prayer wall and just to put my hands on the wall in the holy city and just feel that energy that resonating around me. I have to, and hopefully I will be able to experience that on this side of living. I would love to travel. I'm actually looking at international grad school so I can continue school, but also travel. I've looked at grad programs in other countries, and just the mere thought of going back to school, not as a teacher, but as a student, makes me want to jump out of this window right behind me. But who knows? Just because I emotionally feel that way doesn't mean that my career path won't call for it at some point. It never hurts to have more business training since I own a business. Um, wouldn't hurt to have more training in things that appeal to me. I just don't want the expense anymore. I paid off $65,000 worth of student loan debt. So, and I paid it off faster than the estimated amount of time. So I spent a good chunk of time pretty damn poor and broke because I needed to pay that stuff back. I knew that I don't want to be paying $125 for the next 20 years of my life every single month to pay off a degree that I still haven't physically touched, y'all. You know, I just graduated with my undergrad degree last month, and I still haven't physically touched my own degree. I haven't even seen that bad boy because it's in America and I'm over here. So I sacrificed. I sacrificed and used my youth as my benefit, working 2 or 3 jobs, freelancing, babysitting, picking up little random odd and end jobs here and whatnot. And let's not make it seem like I did it all by the sweat of my brow. There was some money that was given to me after my mother passed away that I was able to use to pay for school. But now I'm at a point where I'm in an age where my debt to income ratio is exceptionally small, so I can stack my money much easier and invest it in things. And my intention is to freaking retire in my 50s. I'm not trying to wait till I'm 65 to do it. For what? So I got a game plan, you know. I miss America, but when I leave Korea next week, I'm going straight to Japan. That's going to be amazing, Tay. Japan is so doggone expensive. That's a place where I believe I won't be able to afford to go. Yes, it blew me away as well. Hey, from Boston, hello, Brianna. How do you feel about BET Network showing in Asia? I feel like it's a very interesting thing that they want to inundate them with some of the good, bad, and ugly of American Black culture. And I wish they would hire me as a consultant so badly so that I can put a lovely program on there to help people understand the differences between appropriation and misappropriation. And just, I feel like I could be a strong asset to that. But there are no opportunities available at this time to do much about that. But I'm not pigeonholed by it. There's other ways of getting my foot through the door. And if y'all know me by now, y'all know I get what I want. A friend of mine placed a prayer for me at the prayer wall this year while I was recovering from surgery. Someday I want to go myself. Oh my God, Miss Beatrice, that's amazing. I'm like you, Ash. I couldn't care less about saying my age. 37 and proud of it. Hey, I never thought about going back to school in another country. I clicked too fast. I clicked too fast. Hold on. I don't need these ideas in my head. If you're looking for creative ways to travel and you're wondering how people just get up and uproot their lives and stuff, for one, like I've been downsizing my life for the past 5 years for the intention of doing what I'm getting ready to do, what I am currently doing. There's some sacrifices I was just way more willing to make. So, countries like Germany has free college. So, you know, if you come here and you get yourself acclimated to living here, you can attend universities for free. Hold on, there's a text message I need to see. Oh dear God. Okay. All right, there we go. Let's see. Congratulations on paying off your loans. That is absolutely incredible. I am working on that right now as willing as a beast. Just hang in there. I'm half Costa Rican and I really want to visit my family there. Save up for it, Brianna. Save up. $65,000. Good grief, woman. Yeah, at least you were able to pay it off in a timely fashion. It was that much money. It was that much money because I've been in school for so many years. It's not because I was pursuing anything that really cost that much. I've been in a lot of schools over a course of 14 years. That money racks up. Not my proudest moment, but it's done. So at least you were able to pay it off in a timely fashion. You can afford Japan. It's possible. It is possible, but I don't want my experience in Japan to be like my experience here, where I've been here a whole month and I've not been able to do a lot because my budget was so strict and nitpicked so that I can handle getting to the next places I'm going. And I'm intentionally not revealing the next places I go because if my ticket or something all of a sudden has to be, reimbursed, then that's just out there. Like, oh, I said I was going to so and now I'm not going. Like, I'd rather just wait till I get there and just tell y'all. New to your channel and I love your content. Thank you for the travel info. I want to travel abroad so badly, but I've never had the courage to. Hello, JoJo 85. If you don't do something that scares the hell out of you at some point in life, then what's the point in living? Like, what's the point? One thing that interests me so much. I have quite a few family who were like just traumatized at the fact that I was deciding to get up and go so far across the globe. And well, what if something happens? Something happens when I'm in the city I live in. It doesn't change the dynamics of anything. It just means it takes a little bit longer for you to get to me if something happens. And even then, I might not even need you. So I'd rather live. I'd rather live as freely as possible. We plan and we talk as if we know we have the next hour promised to us. And I've had enough happen around me where I know that's not the case. I can plan as much as I want to in my delightful little Rilakuma notepad and my little journalist writing pads as much as I want, and have all of these things, game plan sorted out, and then don't wake up tomorrow. But at least I know I gave it a try. So give it a try. Start small. You might live somewhere where it might be closer for you to get to Canada, or it might be closer for you to get to South America or Mexico, things of that sort. Try small and continue forth from that effort. The only way you'll know if you can handle it is if you give it a try. Um, you are an inspiration for me to pay off. Oh God, you're an inspiration for me to pay off loans quickly. Do what you can if you have the wherewithal. I'm not saying I missed out on a lot. Like I still was able to go hang out at my favorite little dives and date if I wanted to and things of that sort when I was working all those jobs and whatnot. But my priority was not to owe anybody. And now my debt to income is really, really small. I have a very small debt now. And whatever work I get now, I see that money stretch a lot further now than when I had to cut a chunk of it out to pay stuff back. I would love, thank you, Fangirls Corner. I love you too. I would love to go to an international film school or get an internship at a company in one of the countries where film is a major product. That would be insane, Maggie. I would, oh my God, I'd be so freaking proud. I can't even deal with it. I feel like sometimes when an idol messes up or does cultural appropriation, we just blame them instead of blaming management, the stylists, and others. What do you think? I've talked about it quite a bit. Um, for one, all of us, until the panel I did at KCOM this summer, we were all wrong when we say cultural appropriation. That's the wrong nomenclature. It's cultural misappropriation that we're talking about, but all of us say appropriation, so I'm not picking on you. We were all wrong. But yeah, some of it is the artist's fault. Most of it is management's fault. And I've talked about it quite a bit over the years. I'm actually called upon authority in this subject. Go figure. That's kind of cool, but it's a lot of pressure because you have a lot of people looking at you like, well, you're the expert on this, so what do you say? And sometimes my opinion, sometimes my opinion goes against what the facts are, So you'll want to look at some stuff on my past channels, my past panels, and things of that sort to see what my thoughts are about that. I was watching Taza 2 when I got your notification, had to jump in the lab. I love Taza 2. It's one of my favorite movies. It's funny you mentioned that because my sister just paid off her loans for her master's in psychology. Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. I scrolled too fast again. The thing about traveling is you only have the money you have. There's no income unless you're working while traveling. Exactly. So if you came out somewhere broke, you broke when you there. So you have to manage it as you go. Unfortunately, I understand. Yeah. Honestly, you're living my dream, but I have nothing saved and I'm an only child and Latina. I don't like leaving my folks alone, but I dream of it and make sure you have a supporter and follower here. Thank you. Well, I'm not only child, but I have a very ferocious personality. Let me tell y'all a little bit about me. As a baby in the 80s, I was exceptionally sickly, close to the cusp of death on a regular basis. Within my first year of life, I had a stomach tumor. I came into the world with my ankles broken, all kinds of really, really horrible stuff. So the first few years of my life, because I was premature and very sickly, not to say that they loved me extra because of these things. My family loves me unconditionally regardless, but I was looked after a little bit differently than other family members because my life was visibly more fragile than others. So when you grow up in a space where you have a mom who has very high expectations of you because you survived, and you have family who their deepest memories of you is how close to death you were, You develop this independence within yourself that becomes a little bit unbridled, severely unapologetic independence. So my family is exceptionally close knit. On one side of my family, I got 52 cousins, so we're a large family. Um, and they seem to be more okay with some of the other family members leaving and going to do things because they know they're coming back. It was harder for them to accept the fact that when I leave, I usually don't come back to the countries or the states that I've lived in. I can't say countries because I've only lived in one at this point in time. So the probability of me coming back to Houston now that I'm gone, slim to none. Intentionally, I don't want to return. And that was hard for them. But we have technology now that allows me to communicate and value that communication a lot better than ever before. Most of you know I lived with my maternal grandmother my last year in Houston, so I could cut down my expenses to finish up school, and her and I got very, very close. And now I can appreciate it even more because I'm not in her house anymore. I can call her and speak to her and hear about the highlights of her day and the hardships of her day. And I don't have to have an emotional tie into that because I'm not in the house with her. It gives me the space to breathe and to self care better. Not that she had a whole bunch going on, that's not the implication, but making that distance, you become the beacon, the inspiration for the rest of your family. And the biggest thing I want to inspire for them is to be independent. Your family, if you love them and you're a good, healthy family, they'll always be there for you. So that's the short version of my story. Like I'm not concerned about leaving them alone at all. They all in one spot. So they'll be fine. Hmm. I keep telling my mom I'd like to go to a concert at some point in the future. And she's always like, you don't even know if you're going to live that long. And I just get confused because I'm like, what? Well, see, I don't want children because that there's already a craziness within females that exists naturally. And then when we have children, it elevates to a new level. And I just don't want that. So that sounds crazy to me, but I do understand where she's coming from. It's the concern of if I send my child off to this event, what if my child doesn't come back? But like I can't, I just when when people have a child, they are literally having a piece of their heart live outside of them until the day that they die. And I'd rather just hold on to mine. I'd rather just keep it up in here because that's a stress. I can't imagine it. I'm a lurker and I need to go get ready, but had to throw out this before I skedaddle. Anytime I need to laugh, I watch your fangirl MV versions, especially Henry's I'm Trapped. Thank you very much, Kelsey. Um, I'm going to Transylvania next month and can't wait. That sounds absolutely insane. Transylvania? Wow. Do you know about Kyla and the whole weight comments? What's your thoughts? I think people are out of their damn minds to talk about the shape of anybody's body. Unless you are grossly skinny or grossly obese, doesn't matter what you look like. People are dumb. We are collectively dumb asses. All of this advocacy for living your best, healthiest life and whatnot, and then we turn around and ostracize or pick on people because of how they're shaped. It's stupid. We already have enough internal dialogue that's negative to begin with. So I think it's dumb. Have you lived in Florida? No. We used to do a lot of vacationing there when I was a younger girl, but that's never been a state I've been interested in living in. I remember her house phone. Yep, good old house phone. She's doing fine as well. I spoke with her day before yesterday. With Jackson, I feel like he was wrong for what he said. I don't know if he was talking to us or actual haters, but I do understand why he lashed out. You get hate so much, eventually you will explode. If you allow it to eat you alive, yeah. Um, One thing with being an entertainer, and God knows he's on a way higher level of entertainment than me. But one thing as an entertainer, we have to give ourselves permission to not look at everything online. We have to give ourselves permission to not feel like we have to be online all the time. A lot of my stuff is automated so that I can take a break away and just function. Um, so him lashing out at the hate just means he was spending a lot of time with his feelings on his sleeve, which that's the type of person he is. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not the type of person I am, but that's the type of person he is. Nothing wrong with that. But because you know you are a sensitive person to the things that people say, you don't You don't hit yourself with that. You put a good firewall up against that. And I don't think at that particular time in his life he had that. Things were going very well for him. He was just starting to elevate to a new level in China. He got his own endorsement outside of K-pop stuff, so it was very big. And Jackson works hard. I pray a lot for him. I pray a lot for a lot of people, but I pray a lot for him because I just want him to know when to take a break. I'm kind of glad that you said that about not going back to the same place you live once you travel away from it. It's unconventional to some unless you do it for work, but some of us have their feel and move on completely relate. Yeah, like I'll and I try not to say never. Just because I never think I'm gonna live in Detroit again doesn't mean that something in life won't lead me back there. Um, but I'm gonna do my damnedest not to go back to the places I live. The only place I'll go back to that I lived is California, in terms of the states. Preach, man. I'm debating if I want children because I really like kids, but like with the stuff I've been through in life, it's hard for me to want a child because of what could happen to them. I've never wanted them. And I don't have to make a debate about it. So if it's something that you're debating, that just means right now at this point in time, it's something you don't need to think about. When we flip and flop on stuff, it's because we're trying to make decisions on things with the information we don't have. We're trying to project, oh man, okay, I'm like 22 right now. I want to be married by 25, and you're not in a relationship. So that means I want to have my kids by at least like age 28. But like I had pneumonia certain times, and I had a bout of cancer. It happens. So like, what if I pass that along to my child, or my mother had genital herpes, and you can't get rid of that. And I was born fine. I don't have it. My mother is fine now. She's on medication. But like, what if I like it skip me and it go like, our brains go all kind of places. And no, that's not my mama's story. That ain't even my story, y'all. But our brains can go in so many different places and make things so much more intense. Why try to make a decision with where your panic leads you? Wait until you have more things concrete in your life and then make that decision as it comes. But I've never wanted them. I love teaching. And let me clarify. Wanting them means I don't want to bring forth life. I'm not scared of being pregnant. I'm not scared of birth or any of that. It doesn't scare me. I don't feel like I have to go and create another human when there's a crap load of them already here. I have a sincere interest in foster care. Um, and I'm particular about it. I don't want to foster young children. When we're little, especially in Western culture, when we're little, you're told you can be anything you want to be. Just put your mind to it. You can do anything. And the older we get, the more our families and society start telling us that we can't be all these things that we want to be. I need to find a teenager whose spirit is broken and pour into them and remind them that they have the energy and capacity to be as great as they want to be. If greatness for you is being a mechanic or being a doctor, then let's do this. I support you 10,000%. But I don't need to build up a little kid. I want to build up someone who's already seen the ugly side of life and needs someone to have some hope in them. So that's where my mindset is about it, especially about debating if I want kids or not. Nah, I don't want no kids from my own body, but I know I'd be a damn good foster mom. I know I would be because my heart is sincere, and my passion for people living their truth and living who and what they are is very real. So debate it when it's time. Right now it's too premature. Even with JB, people still call him homophobic because he said he just like girls, don't get it confused. I don't see the problem. I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm not even remotely confused. If anything, I'm intrigued by the fact that you're still in this particular conversation pocket. But there's no way to get one universal response that everyone accepts. It's absolutely impossible because all of us have our own opinions. Instead of it being in K-pop, let's just look at American culture. Everybody and their mama went through this for years, saying that Tommy Hilfiger went on the Oprah Winfrey show and said that he doesn't make his clothes for Black people. There was no video evidence, no historical evidence of it whatsoever of him ever being on the show and making that comment. There was years after the fact an episode of him on the show where he acknowledged that rumor and said what what he had to say about it, which that's not the truth. I manufacture my clothes for people who want to wear it. Oprah had never had him on the show prior to that. And there are still people to this day who believe that he went on the show sometime in the 80s or 90s and made that statement. You can make your statements known on a public scale and address it, and it's still gonna be somebody hidden under a rock who don't believe it and didn't hear it. So people still gonna talk about JB in that regard. She looked she looked unhappy in their last dance practice up low. I'd be looking unhappy too, cause like why y'all talking about me? You know, like leave me the hell alone. Plus I worry too much for that. Don't worry more than you have to. There's a crap load of shit to already worry about. Just focus on the stuff that's going on today and deal with that. It's already enough. I'm the youngest of 8 children, so my parents' expectations got higher every time one of us left. Woo, that's a lot of kids, Tay. Ooh, I missed something. I took a break from social media today. What happened? I'm not on social media at all except for YouTube right now for the next few days. So um, you'll have to check with everybody else to see what you missed. I got off promptly this morning. Whether you're as skinny as a toothpick or have all the curves, you're beautiful. Exactly. Unless you out here anorexic and bulimic where we need to be concerned, or you have a serious weight issue and it's not from health purposes, like you're binge eating and jacking yourself up, let people's bodies be what their bodies are. The Kyla thing was truly Pledis' fault, to be honest. These management entertainment companies are more concerned about their bottom line than they are about the artists that bring them that. Did you all know that there are still groups that perform in festivals and things of that sort right in South Korea who are told that their compensation is the fact that they performed? So being an idol, as many people as desired, as many people who desire to be it, not everyone is getting paid. It takes a lot to get to a financial point where you're consistently being paid. That's why you see their faces plastered on everything. That's why if you listen to indie artists, hell, not even indie, let's back it up. This is when you listen to Day Six and Jay flat out tells y'all that they struggling. Like it ain't all glitz, glamour, and gold. It really isn't. You make the music, you make the artistry because you have an affinity for it, you have a passion for it that you're willing to kind of suffer and sacrifice for a while until them dollars come in. So it's rough. That's a real weird reason to say someone's homophobic, like that's saying I'm homophobic because I like men. Well, damn, there's a lot of people who said that. It's a lot of people who felt like his reaction when he said it is what implies that he's homophobic. People are stupid. Did you watch Got Seven Showcase? I haven't yet because I'm watching the video tonight in a matter of 7 minutes. And then after that, I can go binge watch all of their stuff. I listened to the album through the marathon, and then I'm going to watch the video. Then I'll check it out. Bye, Tiffany. Let's see. My family gets upset when I tell them I want to move away from my hometown because I need a change. I'm tired of staying in one place and nothing in my life is progressing. I just want to change. Then change when you get the chance. Do it. And they're upset because it's scary. But moving doesn't mean you won't speak to them unless you choose not to. It's your choice. Also, I want to thank you again for reviewing our channel. We appreciate it a lot. But you are one of our favorite YouTubers. I like when your favorite idols notices you on Twitter or lives. Thank you. We love you. Thank you very much, Fangirl Corner. I love y'all too. And I appreciate that you all were able to get feedback from me and didn't feel attacked. Some people don't feel that way. I just try to give honest responses and leave it as it is. But thank you. It really is exciting to me when I'm acknowledged by those people as well. Let's see, J Bum isn't called homophobic for liking girls. He's called homophobic because of a comment he made about two men being in a couple's restaurant. Don't get it twisted. He did. Well, I miss everything. You gotta be actively, constantly tied into a group's work, and it's the way he said it and the way that Westerners interpreted it. He's like, I mean, are we supposed to be in here like this? And everybody took it from 0 to 10,000 within a matter of seconds. Oh, I really didn't know that. Thanks for telling me. Same. I feel I don't mesh well with one side of my family because of different personalities. So they don't understand my interests and believe I'm a shut-in. But the quiet, shy me is only one part of me. As long as you are okay with who you are, Brianna, families are an interesting thing. Um, We don't get to choose the ones that we're related to by blood. We get to choose the ones that we make around us, our friends and our mentors and things of that sort. A lot of people like to tell themselves that the word family means you're obligated to these people and their opinions, and quite frankly, you're not. As a child, you really don't have a choice in the matter. So long as you live under someone's roof, you don't have a lot of choice in the matter about how you dictate your own life. But the first chance you get to be on your own, be on your own. Um, I'm a stupid hardcore advocate for that. I ain't living nobody's life but Ashley's life, and I'll do whatever I can, and I always have, and it's kept me in trouble. I would be in trouble in my teens and things of that sort because my mindset was I'm developing to be on my own. I'm not gonna be here for y'all. That's how you raised me to be able to be independent. So don't get mad at me when I exert the independence. So I stayed in trouble for having that logic. I'm not implying in any shape, form, or fashion that I had a hardcore, horrible childhood. That's a lie. My mom was an incredible woman. May she rest in peace. And my stepdad is dope. Um, but they had to deal with my strong ass personality. So yeah, I have my family in Texas. The majority of them are there, and I have family in other places in the world as well. I have family, genuine family, in California, in Chicago, New York, Florida, Virginia, DC, Korea, Germany, Japan. It's a few other countries as well. But y'all don't live my life. Y'all don't wake up in my shoes. Y'all don't wake up in this body. I have to do what's best for me. Yeah, I understand. I think of us as fans jump to conclusions real fast without knowing the facts, like how people said Carr said the N word. People so damn extra. They've never seen me with my friends, but my cousin always tells them that I'm actually very loud and outgoing. I turn a shot because it's easier than explaining to them why I like the things I like. Give it a try. Give it a try. Don't use that as a moment to be like, yo, let me the way my family got inundated to the things I like is because I would just put it on them. I'm not about to sit here and just listen to the stuff that we always talk about. Let me show you what I enjoy. And you either get it or you don't. They're gonna make fun. It's gonna hurt my feelings, but at least you know where I'm coming from. So when I make whatever next move I make, you can't be sitting here like, oh, we didn't know. No, you knew. You knew what I was interested in. You knew what made me excited and things of that sort. You know why I'm driving right after work 4 hours away to go to a K-pop concert, then come right back, get 2 hours of sleep, and go to work. You know why I don't buy American albums anymore, and I save up for Korean ones. Like, I need you to know, so it never comes as a surprise that I live how I live. You really are an aspiring individual. Thank you, Desiree. I don't know if I'm inspiring or if it's just a matter of me just being truthful in a world that really revolves around a lot of lies. All I got in this world, I don't have balls, but the saying from the movie Scarface, all I have in this world is my balls and my word. That's all I got. With kids, you know when you know. I never felt like I wanted kids. Could never imagine it. One day it just hit me like a truck. I want kids now. For some people, they just don't get the feels. I agree with that. Some people legitimately don't. I have quite a few loved ones who were like, "No, I'm good. I'm good." And then all of a sudden, it's the most fulfilling and rewarding thing in their life for them. And I appreciate that passion. And that's cool. And I don't knock it. Let's see. Hey, Mac G. My family was a foster family for almost a decade, and it was an amazing experience for my parents and for my brother and I growing up. That's amazing, Randall. Hey, man. I hope you're doing good as well. This is exactly me right now. I know I don't want to because my family carries a lot of genetic diseases, and I know I don't want to pass it on. I keep hearing that Asia likes Black pop culture, but not the people so much. I'm not sure how true that is, but I find it interesting that BET Asia is going to a thing there. I think a lot of that is from us being on the outside looking in. There's going to be people right across the street who don't like you for who and what you are. That's the unfortunate truths of the world. But what we want to avoid is sweeping generalizations, making a comment and assuming that it accommodates everyone we're talking about. So I'm sure there's some people who are, and quite frankly, the more that the world becomes diverse and more interconnected by internet and things of that sort, people gonna have to get over their bullshit. You gotta come with a much more open mind and accept that everyone has a different cultural experience, but we're all very much the same. I know I'm asking a lot of questions, but when people ask Koreans, what do they think of Black people? I really blame the media and the way they portray us. That's the only thing they see. Um, there wasn't a heavy inundation of different cultures to look at until the war was there and American soldiers started bringing our entertainment over there and things. So, and that's not me saying this just reaching. This is proven history, y'all. So I'm not just like grabbing from anywhere. I'm not just a walking encyclopedia. Just do a lot of research because people ask me to talk a lot, so I need to know what the hell I'm talking about. But yeah, I mean that's all they see. And that's how we have the stereotypes we have in America about Asian cultures and things because that's all we see. So why you have people who still turn their head like this when you say Indians are Asian, and they're like, what? And it's like, well, where do you think India is? Where do you think Bombay, well, Mumbai is and stuff? It's in smack dab in the middle of Asia. Like, what are you talking about? Asian is not stereotypical slanted eyes only. So yeah, you can only speak about what you get from pop culture, and if you have an interest, which more often than not people don't, but if you have an interest, then you start looking for more detailed information to get a better understanding. Everybody's not sitting on the internet like I do, pulling up history about um, the influences of imperialistic Japan on the culture of Korea and why they have Han and things of that sort. Everybody ain't nerding out like that, but I need to understand where the similarities are and where we differ so much. Um, that's just what I need. Other people don't need that. Some people are fine with the stereotypes. That's why you still have people who hear you talk about K-pop and they need to be like, oh yeah, Gangnam Style, right? Or they go, why you listen to that Ching Chong music? And it ain't even Ching Chong. When people are talking about Ching Chong, they talking about Chinese and it's disrespectful. So, you can only base it off of what you see until you see something else. And what we export is our media. And we export stereotypical over the top media. What draws you to choose to visit a certain country? I love travel, but I find I'm drawn to some places more than others. Curious how you decide. Oh, that's a wonderful question, Beatrice. What draws me to a certain country is literally what I feel in my gut when I speak about it. Um, I didn't become enamored with travel and I was nowhere close to doing it. But I didn't become enamored with world travel until I was about 13 or 14 years old. I was in school and we were flipping through one of our textbooks, and I flipped the page and I saw Madrid, Spain, and at that age, every emotion is really, really raw and really, really real because you're going through puberty. Everything is the extreme, and I I felt just heat just rush through my body, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to go there. And everybody's like, oh, you should go to Barcelona. The older I got and the more I spoke about Spain, you should go to Barcelona. It's great for tourists. I don't want to go where it's great for tourists. I want to go where tourists aren't expected to be. And there's just something about Madrid that I just have to see it. I have to see it. Um, I'm not very inclined to go into the places that people stereotypically go. I don't want to go see the Eiffel Tower. It'd be cool to see it, but I'm gonna have an Ashley is happy moment where I see it and be like, this is great. Not that I don't appreciate it, but it doesn't ring out in here. It doesn't do something in here. When I think of Jerusalem, when I think of Greece, Madrid, Spain, Korea as a whole, um, Tokyo, even though my Japanese is horrible now, uh, Malaysia, New Zealand, Australia, Egypt, Venezuela. When I say these places, I feel something, and that's what charges me up and makes me want to go. Do you think J-pop will become global, much as K-pop? Not in the least, not in the least bit. It will always be cool, but it won't be a global thing because Japan is very insistent upon keeping their things within their country. There was a video of a guy interviewing Korean citizens about their thoughts on Black people and racism in Korea, and it really broke my heart. Um, there could be some things that could be very disappointing for you when you look for it, but it's good that your heart was broken because that means there's a space to open up for compassion for them and for what little they know. Excuse me, what? That's slavery. What question? Where, Nikki? This message is held for review. Where we at, Nikki? Help me understand. I like artists, but I would never in my life become an idol because that shit sounds way too much. You don't get paid well most of the time. Oh, okay. You're back on when I was talking about they don't get paid. Yeah, it is total slavery. Yeah, there we go. I had to remember. I love listening to you talking about these different topics. We go from informing us about a subject to giving us inspiration. Really loving this. Thank you, Sarah. We only got a few more minutes of it left. It's already the next hour, so MV reactions got to start. But you all had some really good questions this time. That was a YouTuber named Asian Boss. I saw that video. I love the Asian Boss YouTube channel. It's very great, and they ask some very uncomfortable questions sometimes. I like it a lot. That's the hard part, waiting. Definitely helping to want to do travel nursing at some point. Ooh, I have a good friend who's getting ready to get married who's a travel nurse. She loves it. Not only does she get to see so much of the country and things of that sort, but she's saving lives in the process, and it gives her great purpose. It's amazing to see how excited she gets when she talks about it. I mean, Top Dog did their world tour, did get paid for it. I'm so glad Stardom doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, it's freaking unfortunate. I'm currently trying to be a nurse, but I want to be a traveling nurse because I want to travel, but I'm broke as fuck. That's for right now. You won't stay that way unless you intend to. I don't believe everybody is going to be rich. That's not what I'm saying. A lot of us are going to die living check to check, but be fulfilled in the process. Some stuff we do can't just be about money. Some of it has to just be about the passion that it ignites within you. It has to. I love your videos. My favorite is Here's a Letter, RM and Top. I was dying. Thank you, Cindy. Those are some of my favorites too. Nursing is a long-term goal for me because I love helping people. That's awesome. Let's see. Do these companies understand what the term slavery? What the fuck do they think these volunteer idols? Yeah, they do. Also, oh wow, I spent 2 weeks in Madrid last year and it was incredible. We were working with women who were rescued victims of human trafficking. Oh my God, it's a beautiful, complex place with so much history and culture. Oh, that sounds amazing. Thank you for helping those people. Did you hear about the video with YG where the manager beside him was talking about Top and they cut it off and Top's picture was in the video, but they blurred his face? I heard some of it in earlier conversation here. I felt the same about music and colors and how you felt about Madrid. Anything that involves beauty and brightness really makes me fired up and happy and wanting to bring more beauty to the world. This is great. In lieu of all of this, do you all see how amazing you are though? Like, y'all are asking me questions that are coming from all different directions because you all have your own unique passions and things that interest you and drive you. Never, never, never let that go. Never let it go. Your desire to want and know more and to see the world and to help the world is irreplaceable. That's how I know that my fans are the best fans in the entire world because your hearts are so genuine about the things that are important to you. So now that we got that out of the way, it's time for some envy reactions, y'all. Australia, no, I'm good. I don't want to go near too many deadly insects. Boy, I'm allergic to everything except sunlight and orgasms. Yeah, I said it. So I'll risk it to be able to go see my mascot. I want to go see koalas. If you could go anywhere in the world just to be by yourself and have some me time, where would you go? Wherever I am is the spot. Wherever I go, I always make it about me at some point or give or take. So there's no unique destination that'll make me feel like I can prioritize that solo time more than any other place. Wherever I am is where I knock it out. This Congo got deeper than I thought it would. Oh my. All right. So let's pull up the reactions we're gonna watch. We got 7. Sorry, that's me being excited. All righty, let's see. I got the YouTube it, and then the thing that makes this hilarious is the fact that all the commercials play in German. Hold on, let me go get my tablet because if I open up another tab on here, this bad boy might freeze. 1 second. Yeah. Okay. I'm excited to watch my boys. Oh my god. Oh my god, a freaking cat. All right. Well, let's see. Survive 52 years in Australia, you'll be fine. Ashley is the awesome supportive aunt that takes you in when you fall out with your parents. That's totally me. I got an extra bed. Come on, eat the food. Somebody say, "Oh, that's true, Maggie." Have you seen Lily Abe? Oh my gosh, no, I haven't. That's how I sound when I watch Got 7. 17 shook me with these sub units. I'm super proud of Got 7. I'm so proud of them. I've been a nurse for 2 years. I was a CNA for 3 years before I became a nurse, though. I can't wait to watch it. Got 7. Is it just me, or I felt like I didn't Got 7 come back had that much hype around it, or maybe I just haven't been on. So you haven't been on social media much. That's all. It's gotten a lot of hype, a whole bunch of hype, especially for it being such a phenomenal album comparatively from them stepping away from the trilogy that they did. Okay, here we go. All right, so you got to listen to a commercial in German, or maybe not. Y'all, my body is ready. My body is ready. Look at my boys. This is parts of Hong Kong that even Jackson hadn't even been in. The color saturation is so gorgeous. I'm confused and lost. When my head is pounding, when I'm exhausted, you hold my worn out hand. You hold me warm and tight. Look how pretty it looks. Look at my boy. I love it. Oh my gosh. Everything is just so gorgeous. They're all big boys now. My little hands is just like. I love it. I'm just bubbling over with feels. Everybody look like they got really good tans. Oh, that white. I don't wear a lot of white. Scared of grass stains. I can't wait to watch the choreography of this. Don't do this to me. They're going to put the little pendants together. I'm in my feels. Yay, my sweet guys. Oh, it was such a beautiful video. Just gorgeous. The looks of it and everything. Yeah. I saw a lot of the conversations going on the side. I'm just like, I can't even acknowledge it right now. Ashley reminds me of those Twitter reaction memes with the emoji hearts on them. Ashley, honey, I'm a dip because I got a test due tomorrow and I'm starting to doze. Love you. Have a nice weekend and keep up the great work. Thank you. If you could go to a Got7 fan sign and you can ask them any questions, what would you ask them? Well, at this point in time, I don't really have any new questions to ask them. I've been to several of their events over the years. I've had a high touch with them. I've done press for them. I went and got groceries for them. No BS, that's very true. So at this point, I don't know what I would ask the guys. I have no idea. And that's okay. That's okay. I don't know what I would ask them. All right, newest W is next. Newest. Just crazy how much Bam Bam has grown since Girls, Girls, Girl. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Newest W, where you at? I'm so excited to watch this because I remember when Face came out 5 years ago and I was like, who the hell are these boys? Wait, you got groceries for Got7? Yeah, Art, if you go back and you look at my concert recap video of the BTS Wings concert, Got7 showcase, and Miyavi's concert, it's all one live stream video. And I think someone wrote down the time, either I did or another fan wrote down the times of when I tell each story. You'll be able to hear about it. Girl, you got groceries for them? That's commitment. Newest W did that. I just gave up on having a bias and Got7, but Young J had me ball. What I missed? You got the groceries? Please do tell. Wait, you got the groceries? Yes, y'all. Just go watch the recap video. All right. All right, newest. This is newest W. Where you at? Where you at? Sorry. I really like Aaron and Rand a lot. Hey! Bro! I like it. I always felt like newest was in the same lane as Vix. Rand. Look at Aaron. He's so plain and I love it. The amount of ramen you guys got. Maggie, we had to buy so much ramen. Look at Bake Yo. I'm here for this. Between Vix and M Black, that's where newest kind of fit within those two lanes. Go Soul Dance to Music. Minhyun's glow up was great. I mean, he always looked really good, but had a nice little glow up. Ren, I can't stand you. You're so beautiful. Hey. Where you at? I'm right here, Ren. A lot of people don't know a lot about newest except for through Produce 101. The boys used to all be backup dancers for a lot of groups. So they're phenomenal dancers. I I wouldn't recommend going back to their early stuff first to get acclimated to them. I would suggest you start with Goodbye and then work your way around. Are you going to react to SF9, Pentagon Like This? Not Pentagon Like This. I already checked that out in my own time. I will be reacting to 17 subunits, and O Sole Mio is on here. It's 1, 2, 3 songs away. Right now, we are going to my girl Heartfelt, Yemi. I love her. Ren, I can't stand you. You're so beautiful. Same. Yeah, really. Okay, but is that not the same mask that was in 21's Missing You? It's either the same mask in that or the one that Taman got on right now. So the song by Heartfelt, also known as Yemi, she released 2, but we're just going to watch Read Me. I'll check out I Wonder on my own time. So Read Me featuring Punchnello. My collection of wigs are gone. Oh, Yabuseo, yeah, Yabuseo. That's the other song by Newest you want to check out. Hello. Am I watching a commercial against my will? It seems like it. Oh, okay, I'm not. So this is the beginning of Heartfelt's video. Taman is out for souls, yeah. What's that? I love her voice. I missed her. So the video is showing an older couple, assuming it's a wife tending to her old husband. They're both old, but she's tending to him. While he reads his book. I love the way this song sounds. Why won't he put this book down? Okay, thank you. So the book he's looking at, it looks like it's memories from their past. Now they're younger. Oh, they're dancing. Oh, I love it. Oh, this video was beautiful. And yes, Yenny's voice is just gorgeous. It's beautiful, it's sultry, it's powerful where it needs to be. I find it interesting that the people in the video aren't Korean. I like that very much, just to show the continuous intermingling of cultures and creativity. Now they're old again. He's old again. Again, this rapper, his name is Punchnello. The video is very interesting. Wow. Oh, this girl's voice is so beautiful, calming, strong, and light, and love the beat in the background. Who is this girl in song? It sounds very beautiful. It is Yenny from Wonder Girls. When she's a soloist, she is known as Felt. So HA:TFELT. Yeah, he is part of Club Eskimo. This is her name. And the song is called Read Me. It just came out yesterday. Wow. All right. Now we move on to those awesome guys called Day 6. And we're going to watch When You Love. Man. It came out 2 weeks ago, and I was like aching to watch it. So I'm glad we're finally here where I can watch it. All right, here we go. Hmm? Enjoy their concert, Alexis. They're amazing live. I love this band. The beginning reminds you of God 7 Stop Stopping. Hey, Harold. You're welcome, Brianna. This is the most R&B-esque sound they've had. I'm not really paying attention to the video, like just more so looking at the guys. Look at your cake, look at Brian. So do they all have varying degrees of crushes on this one person? I find it hilarious that Jay is on the swing, knowing he's so tiny. She's just complaining. He just, Brian. So everybody has variable degrees of interaction with the chick in this video. Variable degrees of, oh my God, I have to pause it. Will you look at him? Okay, I'm okay. Oh, Young K is so handsome. Okay, all right. Why they all going for one girl in K-pop music video? I'm telling you, I like you, girl. Like me back, girl. It's okay. And you just walk off like I like you, but it's okay. Like, we don't have to kick it. Like, what? What, man? Sorry, this is the structure of his jaw. I like the video, the aspects of it I was halfway paying attention to until I had a fangirl breakdown. All right. I mean, at least she took out the headphones for her. She did. I mean, I'll give her that. She tried to listen to him. All right, so we're on to SF9, O Sole Mio. All right, I don't know what to expect with this. I really don't. Is this a commercial? It's a commercial. All right now. Who is this singing? I'll have to find that in my spare time. That was a little bit of a groove. All right, so SF9, O Sole Mio. She just reminded me I'm going to see Twice in less than 6 hours. Scream very loud for my girls. That commercial did sound good. I don't know who the heck it was. I feel like I had seen where they filmed it. Thank you. Kelly Clarkson, Love So Soft. Thank you. I'm like, who was that? I'm tiring of seeing hard ass choreo, not in terms of learning the steps, but like hard movements. Like, I'm burning out on it. Okay, we're just gonna pour stuff on flowers and change the color. Oh, Sole Mio. Very catchy song. Okay, well, it might be from Destiny. I'm like, I know I've seen this before. So now everybody got on long jackets that look like Ashley, my sister is playing Whiskey Lullaby. Oh, you'll be all right. O Sole Mio is the title of an Italian song. But I gotta, hold on, give me a second. Let me look up exactly what O Sole Mio is. It means my one and only, I believe. Yeah. Someone just said it, my one and only, like, I believe it. There are similarities between Spanish and Italian, but just because it means one thing and one don't mean it's correct in the other. But yeah, it means my one and only. Only problem I have with this song is that some parts sound way too much like Despacito, but the beat is very common Latin one. Also, was not all prepared for Zuho, and this it translates into My Sunshine. Sounds like Despacito. Well, we gotta think. The year that BTS dropped, oh, what is the name of it? Dope. When they dropped that year, everything was sounding like "It's Going Down for Real" by Flo Rida. So you take a common sound and you work with it. Okay, Weki Meki. Weki Meki. I don't know anything about these girls. Weki Meki. No, not Weki. Weki Meki. I Don't Like Your Girlfriend is the name of the song. Dooby dooby doo. It came out 2 months ago, so I was definitely under the radar on this. And here we go after the commercial. German commercials. All right. Hey, what we about to do? It's cutesy, but their vocals aren't. All right, I hear the 808. I Don't Like Your Girlfriend. They got ridiculous hate. Not fully sure why. Because they came onto the scene with a song that wasn't cutesy wootsy. Just like What's Up came onto the scene without a song that wasn't cutesy wootsy. If you don't do the stereotypical stuff, and yeah, their name is crazy. But I like it. If they don't do the stereotypical stuff, then a lot of people always got something to say. Whiskey Lullaby made me cry like a little bitch. It still does. I like the way the song sounds. That's the only one, the Brad Paisley one. But see, I don't like country music, so you know I'll never hear it. I went out on a date with a guy. Me and him were not able to go on further dates because I told him I won't listen to country music. He threw his line in the sand immediately. I respect the person who could do that. Two of the members were in IOI. Yep. Is this the only group that has more than one IOI member in it? I like the choreo and everything for this. Kristen has two? Really? I got Kristen on here too. And I think that's great. Like they had that opportunity to be together, you know, to go into the next group. Actually, that would be me. I can't stand country music. Doesn't Kristen have more than one? Okay, so both of these groups have two formers. I love when a girl group takes risks, and they should watch Dreamcatcher chase me. I do not like Dreamcatcher. I tried so hard. But I do like this song. And I love, I just forgot how to say their name. That fast. What's the girl's name? I can't remember the name of the group. Like your girlfriend. I thought the reason they got hate was because of the fandoms were between them and Blink. So all because they debuted on the same day Blackpink debuted. That would be really petty. But that might be it, because let's not act like K fans aren't petty sometimes. K-pop fans. I'm the same with country, but I can't listen to the ones that don't sound typical. My dad loves country music, and he won't stop blasting in the house. Juno Flow has a live on IG. How about we? Juno! Oh, yeah, I forgot I'm not on Instagram right now. I'm on my social media break. Yes, Google Dime. That's the group. I love the hell out of Google Dime. Doggone it, Juno. I love Juno so much. I was a fan of his long before Show Me the Money and all that good stuff. I am a huge Juno Flow fan. It's horrible living in Nashville and not liking country music. Oh my God, that's horrible. That's how I felt in Houston. And I went to a country museum. I have to tell that. That's going to be a story time. I got trampled at a country music bar when they started doing the line dance. My life was in danger. Let me write that down before I forget. Story time. I got trampled. Got trampled at a country bar. Oh my God, yep, that's gotta be a story time. I like Dreamcatcher. They sound kind of rock. Yeah, they do. They just haven't grown on me. And I like rock music, but they haven't grown on me. A Girl Like Me by Google Down is a major bop. That's my jam. Were there any K-pop artists you met that their personalities off stage surprised you? No. Um, no, because what you see, if you're meeting them and you're meeting them right off of a performance and things, they're exactly the same. They're still on. I've not met any of them when they're off, when they like way away from stage, not touring, like in the bus, minding their business, being normal. So I haven't had that experience with Keto from Top Dog. That was one of the most hilarious interactions I had, because he blew me away with his understanding of some of the music that was in America. But no, I haven't had any distinctly amazeballs experience. Now, people who aren't idols and others that I've interacted with, like Dan, aka Dan, um, Dan, aka Dan, has this amazing energy when he performs and whatnot, but he's really like kind of just laid back and reserved when he's off. And that was unexpected. Kev Jumba is wonderful, but that's obviously not an idol. So it just depends on who you meet. Sounds like Houston. Who's that in your pick? He is eye catching. That's Top. Girl, that's Top. Trishy. That's who was in this Wicked photo. That's when he was in his police officer attire. Don't mind country music, just not a fan. Line dancing was actually fun. Line dancing is a blast, and I catch up on the dances fast. It's just when you think you're going to learn it and they all divert direction, shit can get dangerous. I don't like Your Girlfriend Envy is a big girly, but the song and dance isn't, and I like that. T.O.P. Dang, yeah, Kev Jumba is amazing. I was very pleased to meet him, and I met him by mistake. I heard him talk, and his voice is so distinct. I was just like, oh my God, it's Kev. You've been gone forever. All right, Kristen. So I apologize to all of you if this song gets stuck in your head. We like do. So I apologize. I truly do. All right, here we go. Are you going to react to Luna? Oh, yeah. I'm reacting to the new Luna song. All right. That's all I know, and I love it. He's doing great. He's embraced his religiosity, and he's thriving in that area. Kev Jumbo had some very hard moments in life. I like the voices are so much higher. Thank you for bringing a little bit of bass. Luna's going on Mix 9. It sounds like the Baby Shark. Baby Shark. Do, 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 do. Someone on YouTube actually did a rearrangement of We Like, and I think I like that version better than the original. I like do do. Yeah, I need them to get off of Kyla for real. The I Like You Like We Like part of We Like sounds like Milkshake by Khalees. How? The milkshake like that. Yeah, there you go. That's a good call. Okay, what do you think about Lay making a song about the peach? I haven't even heard anything about it except for the one that he did, Sheep. I heard that one. Try so hard not to tell the people I work with to leave me alone while I nerd out. I might not be able to really survive Kristen, but I can survive Weki Meki. I just like the simple dance. It's so simple. No, it's gotta be the right one. You can't put the do. You gotta put the right one. It's dibby. Never diss the dibby diss. Yeah, this didn't grow on me. And see, the thing that tickles me half to death, the amount of complaining people do about people having a little bit of body weight, but when you step out to the real world, people want to date people who have curves. Where the hell do you think curves come from? Having some weight. Really? We're just gonna switch it up? Oh. Okay, I can do without that song. I can. I'll drop a comment after this re-uploads with the rearranged version. Oh my god, someone did a crack with Minho in the newest Blackpink song. It ruined it for me. Oh Lord. He's trying to catch some more attention for his foreigner fans with this album and a more adult crowd. I want Minho to come in. That's not how it goes. All right, 17. So we're going to go back to who was the first one? The hip hop line was the first one. No, the leaders was the first one. Excuse me. All right, so we have to go to change up. 17 change up is where I'm going first. All right, change up. It feels like it was so much longer than 2 weeks ago. Woo-bang! All right, change up is first, y'all. Here we go. Well, I mean, Miss Wicked, that ain't my fault. You can only get stuff stuck in your head if you go back and listen to it one too many times. Woozy, the little pocket singer. All right, I like it. This reminds me of something that could have gone to Black Beat Bastars. Do a little jig. I was waiting for this leader unit from 17 for my entire life. Now, see, when we do the breakdown of 17's music, I'm not necessarily breaking down the subunits. It's not fair for me to break down the subunits if I haven't listened to everything, and it's not that many songs, but the intention was to look at their full, complete albums as a group. The dance of the 13th month is near perfection. Trauma is my jam, and Lily Yabe is heaven. What song should you listen to if you haven't really listened to 17? You can start anywhere. The group is great. I feel a lot of boy groups are trying to become a little more soft with their comebacks right now. The performance team video is too much. Yeah, with 17, Sarah, you can literally start anywhere. I don't talk a lot about the group because it took me a while to figure out who and all they were. I didn't start with them from the absolute beginning, but they are a very, 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 very good group. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. So now the next song from them will be Trauma. I hope. I had all of these in order. What's my highlight? Highlight is wonderful. All right, so Trauma comes from the hip hop team. 17 has become one of my favorite groups. Yeah, they're a darn good group. All right, Juan Wu and Vernon, be careful with me, please. Blah, 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 blah. Vernon. I'm tickled half to death because when they first debuted, I was laughing at Vernon's name so badly, and now I'll be looking at him like. There was no denying he was a strong rapper. I was never about teasing that at all. Oh, are we about to have internet shutdown moments? Here we go. I like how each. Oh, sorry. Oh, he's handsome. I'm sorry. I like how each scene cuts in the back. I don't lost my pen screaming at this boy. Tostito chips and scoop. The internet couldn't have a burning. Yo, internet, stop this shit, okay? We're not gonna have a repeat. Are you gonna watch IU? No, I won't be watching IU. Especially if the internet keeps acting like this. Seeing 17 live, hip hop snatches everything from you. 17 was dope at KCON. It's the second time the first time I've seen them. No, that's not true. It's the second time I've seen them. I think the walls are manually moved and not digitally edited. That's cool. This chat told me I was sending too many messages. I didn't know a chat can tell you you're doing too much. Shut up, you, with your cute self. Is there a lane when it comes to 17? Oh, no. Bye, Miss Wicked. Multi-lane highway. Loud noises. Loud noises. I'm hurting on with loud noises. All right, last one is 17 performance team. Am I ready? I don't think I'm ready, but I'm excited. See the bravery of people laying down in all white on floors. Okay, with the lotus. Okay, I see you. You better let your shoulders roll. Hoshi. Why do they even offer white in clubs? Ow! Ow! That's what's up, Miss Sykes, that you got to speak with Vernon. I mean, you just gonna move. How y'all clothes feel clean? How much post edit was necessary? You better snap your neck, boy. My name, stop. And the sad thing is, I'm not gonna even lie to y'all, I'm still learning all their damn names. There's too many of them. That's what kept me from looking into them. Which one is the one who has the dark black and gray hair? That's the one who's hurting my feelings. He hurt my feelings bad. Because that ain't Dino. Dino's blind. The shortest rude one with the dark hair. It is Dino? I thought Dino was blind. Good Lord. That's Dino. Okay, well then I like this hair color on him because I usually don't pay him no damn attention. But I'm feeling his hair color. Blindness June. Well, it's two of them who blind, but one is like damn near white. Thank you. I'm like, Hoshi gotta be one of the blind ones. I know Hoshi's face. Hoshi gives me grief, but Dino look good with his hair color. Strong face Magne. That's all I remember about him. Tall, lanky, blondish, June. Orange hair is Dave. And the blonde is Hoshi. Yeah. I don't care too much for the song, but the choreo is dope. Oh, she's biased. Padino is coming after me. I just like his dance quality. I would not even be wearing anything close to white if I had floor choreo, especially in public NYC area. Like, look. Nice little jam. All right, 17. Okay. Nice. Now everybody is laid out on the floor. Y'all just killed everyone with your choreo. I see what you did there. My daughter stayed up till 4 a.m. learning the choreo for this the night it came out. I ain't even shocked. You know your daughter got commitment. All right, Luna. My tablet already pull up. You mean Singing in the Rain? No, I mean another Luna song. Luna and Odd Eye Circle had their first fan event. It uploaded 2 hours ago. How exciting. All right. So what is it? Girlfront? Is that the name of the new song for the newest member? Because I'm months behind. I stopped after Kim Lit came out and My Girl for Singing in the Rain. Those are my two favorite ones, Jen Soul and Kim Lit. Girlfriend. Okay, they said it rained really hard that day, so it cleaned the ground. That's how I look after watching Taman dance. All right, Luna, Girlfriend. Here we go. He Choo Jr. I'm dying. It's a unit song. I didn't want a unit song, but okay, fine. Cause didn't like Chori Love Cherry Moon? Is that the one that's not a unit? I'm trying to watch the individual songs. Odd Eye Circle is the name of the unit. Okay, so what is Chori? Do I see them over there live stream? Over there live streaming? I'm sorry, y'all. It's a joke between Mac G Productions, basically. And me and Jessica rode it till the wheels fell off. Just Odd Eye Circle is the name of the unit. Wait, you didn't see Chori's song, Love Cherry Motion. Love Cherry Motion is Chori. Okay, then I need to see Chori's. I don't want to see the subunit. I want to see all the individual members. I knew that would take your ass out. All right. Okay, so let's pull up Love Cherry Motion by Luna Chori. All right. God, that killed me. All right. So her color is purple. Eh? Yeah, okay, so she's purple. Didn't I already survive this? Yeah, I checked this out already. Okay, so no, I do need to go to Odd Eye Circle then. I did do that during the July live stream. Okay, girl, why not do dance videos now and then? Make time. Are you talking to me? You asking me, Leticia, to do dance videos? Because aside from Jessica catching me on video dancing, it'll be a while before I do it. I said I would, but I didn't put a date on that. Please get in the Luna. They so dope. Yeah, no, I'm not doing dance covers if that's what you asking. Like I was a professional dancer for 25 years, so I will be doing original choreography, maybe with some pieces of choreography stuff. But nah, I'm in no rush to dance for y'all just yet. Okay, so they filmed this in downtown LA. G Soul, I just want to squeeze you. Why not do dance videos now and then? Yes, they are in their storyline and their talent. And on top of that, Leticia, even though it's taken forever, and now I know that they get flagged really badly. I was gonna be doing a great moments in choreography series with y'all, so I wasn't too big on having to produce anything of my own. That's for certain. I don't like this song. I don't like it. Like, it could be so much better. I want this song to be over. So the next one after this is Marmello, like marshmallow, but not marshmallow. Bye, Tay. When you come back to Korea, we can do an original Think About It. What? I don't do a lot of collabs. So, I mean, who said I was coming back to Korea? I don't do a lot of collabs at all, honestly, but we'll see. We'll check into it. Marmello. Everything I hate about girl groups. I feel like people just do not give girl groups a lot of slack. Everybody hears the lead title songs, and then y'all take one idea and be like, oh my God, all the girl groups sound like that. Their albums be smashes. It's just they have to make something that is consumable by the masses before they break it down and make it dope. Bye, Inappropriate K-pop Mom. All right, last video is Marmello Puppet. It came out 4 months ago. Oh my God, I put my pants on? Yeah. All right, here we go. Now, I know nothing about them. I just know that they came out a while ago. Okay, so do they play live instruments? Let me look them up. I'm sleepy, but I'll watch this live till it ends. Well, this is the last song, so it won't take too long. All right, let's look up what's going on with these girls. They're a live band. I like it. Marmello K-pop. Okay, let's see. All right, so we've got a total of 5 members. They debuted May 24th of this year, so they still rookies. I pray they don't drag these rookies around and never let them make another album. The chances of us having a female band like Dreamcatcher does rock, but these chicks are literally rocking. Okay, so this was their first single. Hyuna is the vocals. And then we have guitar, we have bass, we have keyboard, and we have drums. So there's only one singer, but they all sing additionally together. There we go, y'all. So now we know about the girls. And their little outfits are cute. No, I'm not continuing the marathon after this. The marathon is still up as an open stream. but I'll probably have to continue it once I get back from Berlin. So sometime between uh, Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, I'll finish it. As you know, the girl group, Girls, they have more of the girl crush sexy concept. Also, one of the members named Lisa does her solos. No, let me write down their names. I know they debuted this year, though. I know Girls came out this year. Play the guitar. I like these girls. Mm, mm, mm. Who are they? They are called Marmello. Marmello. So like marshmallow without the sh. Marmello or the W for that. Could you imagine a collab between them and Day Six? That would be insane. I like them a lot. They are cool. Well, Girls came out in 2015. They are really underrated. They may have made a comeback because when I look at the 2017 list of K-pop stuff, their name is still on there. So maybe they didn't have a change in group, did they? We'll figure that out later. Anywho, it is. Let's see. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. It is 12:11. So we did pretty good. We went over just a little bit. So stream is done for this. Tomorrow is supposed to be 17, but if I'm having Wi-Fi issues, then obviously I will not be doing anything with that. So I'll let y'all know. But otherwise, we done. So thank y'all, McWallows. Bye, y'all.